Hey, what is up guys, Klassen here, and today I'm here to tell you that I'm going to be starting 1 week of eating like a vegetarian, or I guess it's pretty much a vegan diet. So I went to the grocery store, got myself all kinds of greens and veggies, stuff that I don't normally work into my diet, and I'm going to be working it into my diet. So why am I doing this? I just want to try it. Honestly, what better way to understand different types of diets than actually do them? So for the next week, I will be a vegetarian. So why am I doing this 1 week of vegan eating? Well, for one, like I mentioned earlier, for the insight into what it's like to experience different types of diets. And number two, I just think that my body needs a cleanse. Every once in a while I start to feel, bloated and backed up, and just in general feel just like lethargic. I don't want to do anything. I feel like overly full after every meal, like to the point of discomfort, and I already have chronic heartburn, so it's not helping me much. So anyways, the first 3 days I'm going to be doing a bit of a cleanse. So very strict, only certain types of greens. I believe it's leaves and roots. And then after these first 3 days, I'm going to expand into different types of vegetables. So I think the biggest challenge for me is going to be the fact that I'm not really a vegetable eater. I'm kind of picky. I do like a wide variety of vegetables, but if they're not the vegetables that are in my variety, I don't want to even look at them. I gag at even the smell. So I think a challenge for me is not going to be the willpower required to not eat meat, to not eat breads. It's going to be more so to actually stomach the foods that I'm eating. Huge shout out to my wife for helping me make a meal plan. She's a vegetarian, so she is going to offer a lot of really good advice and insight into this. I don't know if I'd be able to do this without her and without her help. She's going to do it with me. It's going to be nothing for her. This is going to be a walk in the park for her, but it's going to be a big deal for me. So big shout out to her, and let's dive into the week. Good morning. It's day one. Meal one is a breakfast shake. In the shake is spinach, banana, and it's supposed to be mango, but I didn't have mango, so I just used peach. I think this one should be okay because it's 2 parts fruit and 1 part vegetable, so that's a win for me. Typically try to avoid shakes that are primarily green in color, but let's see how it goes. It's not bad. It tastes pretty good. I'm not even done this one, and I can't wait to have it again tomorrow. Look, all I'm saying is I'm just glad I get to drink coffee, because I don't think I would have been able to do this without coffee. It just hits you right in the soul, in a way that nothing else can. Here, check this out. Try and knock it over. You can't, because it's just a video, so I'm going to show you what it's like. Suction cup. I also just realized that I never weighed myself, so I'm gonna do that now. Alright, so it is noon now. I woke up at 5:55. Since that time, I've only had that shake and about 1/3 of a cucumber. So I'm not necessarily looking forward to the food that I'm going to eat for lunch, but the hunger is kind of taken over. At this point, I'm ready to eat anything. And no, I'm not going to go into like this much detail for every meal for an entire week. This is just the first day, so it's going to be the most shock to my system. So let's eat. For lunch today, we have green beans and Brussels sprouts. All right, so meal 2 is done. So it was green beans and Brussels sprouts, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised. My wife did a really good job seasoning these beans and Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts is a vegetable that I have been avoiding my entire life because I always thought that they smelled and tasted gross. But today I found out that I actually really like them. And then she gave me some of the Brussels sprouts from her lunch. So this is a big shout out to my number 1 for making such tasty Brussels sprouts. Alright, so it is 5 o'clock. I'm about to have some cucumber as a snack to tie me over until supper, and I gotta tell you, I'm not enjoying this feeling so far. I'm just feeling very weak and tired, and I'm drinking coffee and stuff like normal, but I just don't have energy at all. I just don't want to do anything. I'm glad that I'm working security because it's a pretty chill job, but I couldn't imagine doing this if I was working like a laborer's job. Another thing that's part of this cleanse, because I'm kind of following a template, you're allowed to eat as much as you want of every meal. But the thing is, I'm at work, so I can't just exactly go back to the fridge for another bowl of salad, right? I'm kind of restrained to what I have here. I think the third day I'm not working of this cleanse, so I'll have more access, so we'll see how that is. But I'm counting down the minutes to supper already. Water helps, and gum helps. All right, this is meal number 4. We've got chop. Anyways, there's chopped up potatoes, carrots, and spinach. And then the other part of the meal here is romaine lettuce leaves. And we can spread as much of this guacamole spread on it as we want to. And I can just, I have this whole bag of lettuce to eat. I can stop whenever I want to. This will be my last meal of the day, but there is a snack coming later. Okay, day 1 of the cleanse is over. It is midnight. We just got back from some local trivia where I was allowed to have 1 glass of wine because that was within the parameters of the cleanse because it's fermented fruit. I did have this bag of baked chickpeas to have as a snack tonight, but it's midnight and I'm pretty tired and I gotta get up for work tomorrow, so I think I'm just gonna save it for tomorrow. How am I feeling? I'm feeling really tired. I'm feeling weak. I'm feeling hungry, and I think tomorrow is gonna be better. Day 2, 7:30 in the morning. I usually don't wake up with much of an appetite, and it picks up as the morning goes along. But today I woke up with a roaring appetite. So I'm gonna try and stay in a fast as long as possible before I break it with my green shake. Let's see how long I can last. It's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna have my smoothie now. I would have liked to have lasted until about 10:30, but 3 hours is pretty good. And I'm starting to get a splitting headache. Actually did not sleep very well last night. I'm not sure if it's related to this veggie cleanse. I had a hard time falling asleep because all I could think about was food. Pretty shocking that only 1 day on vegetables and my body is like totally freaking out. But at this point, I'm just excited to have anything. 1. Two. 3. 4. Alright, so it's 2:30 and I'm done work. I'm gonna head out to baseball practice, which should last about a couple hours. I'm a little bit nervous as to how that's gonna go because I'm feeling weaker than normal. I feel like I haven't had sufficient fuel for this activity. So I'm bringing with me another kale smoothie, just in case I get hungry while I'm out there. Okay, I'm back from baseball and it went pretty well, actually. I'm incredibly surprised and impressed as to how much my body can do on so much less food. I feel like I've become so much more dependent on things like carbs, I guess, for my fuel, for like way too much. Way too many activities. I wonder, have I had enough fuel? You know, did I have enough carbs to do this activity? And I think I overthink myself to death. And I realize like I can function pretty well on a surprisingly low amount of food. I am feeling very weak right now and hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and have some supper because I never finished that kale smoothie because I made it way too chunky and it was disgusting. I mean, look at this thing. Oh, that's gross.